Welcome, fellow internet denizens, to a thrilling exploration of the wild west of cybersecurity and the law. Prepare yourselves because the stories we're about to unravel are so bizarre, so unbelievable, you'll question the very fabric of reality. I mean, seriously, some of these cases are so ridiculous, you'll spit out your coffee. Let's dive in. We're talking about a world where digital heists rival the exploits of legendary bandits. But instead of gold, the loot is data. Your data, my data, everyone's data. And the legal battles that ensue? They're often just as chaotic and unpredictable as the cyberattacks themselves. First, let's establish the battlefield. Cybersecurity threats are a vast and ever-evolving landscape. We're talking malware, phishing scams, ransomware attacks, the whole shebang. These digital villains are constantly innovating, finding new ways to breach our defenses and steal our precious information. They're like digital ninjas, silently infiltrating our systems, leaving behind only a trail of chaos and frustration. Now enter the legal system, the supposed cavalry riding in to save the day. But the reality is often far more complicated. Think of it like this. You've been robbed in the digital Wild West, and you're trying to navigate a complex legal maze to get your stolen goods back. Good luck with that. One of the biggest challenges is jurisdiction. Where do you even begin to sue when the attacker is halfway across the globe, operating from a country with lax cybercrime laws? It's like trying to catch smoke. You might have a solid case, irrefutable evidence, but tracking down the perpetrator and enforcing a judgment can be an absolute nightmare. I've seen cases where the legal fees far outweigh the value of the stolen data. Talk about a costly lesson. Then there's the issue of proving culpability. Cyberattacks often leave behind a digital trail that's as convoluted as a bowl of spaghetti. Attributing the attack to a specific individual or group can be incredibly difficult, requiring forensic expertise that's both expensive and time-consuming. And even if you do manage to pin down the culprit, proving intent can be equally challenging. Was it a deliberate attack, or simply a case of negligence? The line can be incredibly blurry. Let's look at some specific examples. Remember the infamous NotPetya ransomware attack? It caused billions of dollars in damage worldwide. Tracing the source was a Herculean task, and even after identifying the likely culprits, the legal battles are still ongoing. It's a perfect example of how a seemingly simple cyberattack can quickly escalate into a global legal saga. And then there are the cases involving data breaches. We've all heard about them, companies losing millions of customer records, exposing sensitive personal information. The ensuing lawsuits are often massive class action affairs, with victims fighting for compensation for identity theft, financial losses, and emotional distress. These cases often drag on for years, with mountains of paperwork and endless legal wrangling. I wonder what planet the judge was on when they delivered that asterisk verdict. The legal landscape is further complicated by the constantly evolving nature of technology. Laws are often slow to adapt to the rapid pace of technological innovation, leaving a legal gray area where cybercriminals can operate with relative impunity. It's like trying to legislate the speed of light. Good luck with that. Consider the rise of artificial intelligence and machine learning. These technologies are being used both to enhance cybersecurity and to launch more sophisticated attacks. The legal implications are still largely unexplored. How do you hold an AI accountable for a cyberattack? Do you sue the programmer, the company that created the AI? It's a legal minefield. Another fascinating aspect is the role of international cooperation. Cybercrime is a global phenomenon, requiring international collaboration to effectively combat it. But different countries have different laws and legal systems, making international cooperation a complex and often frustrating process. It's like herding cats, but instead of cats, it's sovereign nations with wildly different legal priorities. And let's not forget about the victims. Individuals and businesses alike are grappling with the aftermath of cyberattacks, dealing with the emotional distress, financial losses, and reputational damage. The legal system, while intended to provide redress, can often feel like an additional burden, adding insult to injury. So what's the solution? Well, there's no silver bullet, but strengthening cybersecurity defenses, improving international cooperation, and reforming legal frameworks to better address the unique challenges of cybercrime are all crucial steps. We need laws that are both robust and adaptable, capable of keeping pace with the ever-evolving threat landscape. The intersection of cybersecurity and law is a complex and fascinating arena, a constantly shifting battlefield where technology and jurisprudence clash. The stories are often absurd, sometimes tragic, but always compelling. And as technology continues to evolve, the legal battles will only become more intense and more intricate. So buckle up, because this is just the beginning. The digital Wild West is far from tamed. And the lawyers, they're already sharpening their keyboards. Stay tuned for more thrilling tales from the front lines of the cybersecurity legal wars. Because let's be honest, reality is often stranger than fiction, and considerably more expensive.